Hey guys, it's your favorite football personality, Will the Thrill, and today we're going to take a look at running backs. I'm going to go through each division and I'm going to tell you the best running back in each one. So let's take a look. Let's start with the NFC North. The starting running backs in that division are Dalvin Cook, LeGarrette Blount, Jordan Howard, and for now, Green Bay has Jamal Williams as their starting running back. Now, to me, it is kind of hands down of who the best running back in this division is. It's Jordan Howard. He's had back-to-back years of 1,000 plus in rushing yards, and last year he had over 1,100 yards again, and he had 9 touchdowns. Now, Dalvin Cook, I think, through the long term will be the better running back, but as of right now, to me, it's Jordan Howard who's the best running back in the NFC North. Next, let's take a look at the NFC South. We have Devonta Freeman, Alvin Kamara, Christian McCaffrey, and Ronald Jones for Tampa. Now, Alvin Kamara exploded onto the scene last year, but I'm going to go with Devonta Freeman as the best running back in this division because he's been the most consistent, and I'm not really a fan of one-year players and putting them above players who have been consistent their whole career. So as of right now, the best running back in the NFC South is Devonta Freeman. Next, let's take a look at the NFC East. In my opinion, running back wise, this is the most stacked division with running backs in the NFL. You have Ajayi, Saquon Barkley, Darius Geis, and Ezekiel Elliot. Now, this is another division where, to me, it is a hands-down decision on who the best running back is. Now, it's going to be Ezekiel Elliot. Now, for my Giant fans out there, Saquon Barkley has the potential to be better than Ezekiel Elliot through his career. But right now, him and Geis have not played it down in the NFL, so I cannot, as a football fan, say that they're better than a running back who has proven themselves. Ajayi is good, but he's not as explosive as Ezekiel Elliott. Last year, Zeke only played 10 games, and he had 983 rushing yards and 7 touchdowns. In 10 games. If he would have played 6 more, if not for the suspension, he would have surpassed 1,000 yards again, and that would have been his first 2 years. He surpassed that. Now, like I said, Saquon Barkley, I don't know if I think he'll be better than Elliott through his whole career because, to me, Ezekiel Elliott is a freak. And who even knows what Barkley and Geis are going to be like in the NFL? But right now, it's hands down that the best running back in the NFC East is Ezekiel Elliott. For the NFC West, their starting running backs are Jerick McKinnon, David Johnson, Rashard Penny, and Todd Gurley. Now, I know the Cardinal fans might think, hey, David Johnson, you know, he was hurt last year. He could have been an MVP candidate if he was healthy. Look, Todd Gurley is not only the best running back in this division. He's probably the best running back in the NFL. Hands down, he is the best running back in the NFC West. Last year, he had 1,300 yards and 13 touchdowns. My personal opinion, he was robbed of an MVP. He should have won it last year. I'm sorry for the Patriot fans out there, but Todd Gurley should have been MVP last year. He is the best running back in the NFC West. For the AFC North, their starting running backs are Le'Veon Bell, Duke Johnson, Joe Mixon, and Alex Collins. Now, there's not a lot of tough competition running back wise in this division, so I'm just going to go ahead and say it, and you guys already know, the best running back in the AFC North is Le'Veon Bell. He deserves a long-term deal from Pittsburgh. They need to wake up and pay him. He's probably the best running back in the NFL right now, and last year he had 1,200 yards and 9 touchdowns. Now think about this. He's on a team with Ben Roethlisberger who loves to throw the ball to Antonio Brown, the best wide receiver in football. And Le'Veon Bell still manages to get almost 1,300 yards on the ground and 9 touchdowns. That is how good and explosive he is as a running back, and he is the best running back in the AFC North. For the AFC South, their starting running backs are Leonard Fournette, Derrick Henry, Marlon Mack, and Lamar Miller. Now, this division was one of the few where it was kind of a toss-up, but I decided to go with Leonard Fournette. Now, I know he's only had 1 year, and I've said before that I don't like to put one-year guys over other ones. But Derrick Henry hasn't really proven anything yet, and to me, it was really between him and Fournette. So, to me, Leonard Fournette is the best running back in the AFC South. Last year, he had 1,040 yards and 9 touchdowns. He was honestly the best part of Jacksonville's offense last year, and he continues to grow as a running back. And like I said, the other teams in that division don't really have strong running backs. And hands down, Leonard Fournette is the best running back in the AFC South. For the AFC East, their starting running backs are LeSean McCoy, Kenyon Drake, Isaiah Crowell, and Sony Michel. Now, Kenyon Drake really played well in Miami when Jay Ajayi got traded to the Eagles. But of course, this is another no-brainer. The best running back in that division is LeSean McCoy. Last year, he had 1,100 yards and 6 touchdowns. Every year, he always produces. Even when he was shockingly traded to Buffalo, he didn't lose a step there. He's been the best part of their offense for years, and he, hands down, is the best running back in the AFC East. Finally, let's take a look at the AFC West. Their starting running backs are Marshawn Lynch, Kareem Hunt, Melvin Gordon, and Devontae Booker. Now, you may not agree with this, but to me, the best running back in this division is Melvin Gordon. I think Marshawn Lynch is a potential Hall of Fame running back, and he's had the better career so far. But I'm looking at right now, going into 2018, Melvin Gordon is the best out of the 4. Last year, he had 1,100 yards and 8 touchdowns. Now, I would have put Kareem Hunt, but like I've said before, just a one-year guy. Who knows what he'll do next year? Melvin Gordon has proven it in his 3 years in the league, and he's one of the best young running backs in the league. But like I said with Marshawn Lynch, he's got a better career, and I think he'll be a potential Hall of Famer. But right now, going into 2018, Melvin Gordon is the best running back in the AFC West. I'm Will the Thrill, and those are the best running backs from each division in the NFL. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at WTT Football Page, and we'll see you next week.